My parents' golden child daughter gets expelled from school because of their cruel behavior. I'm 14 years old, and my twin sister, who is also 14, has been causing trouble since she was little. She always seemed to get into it with other kids, even in elementary school. There were a few times she even got sent to the principal's office in middle school for being mean. My sister can be really mean to my other siblings, even our cousins sometimes. She doesn't seem to care if she's hurting people's feelings. Recently, she did something really bad that got her kicked out of school. And you won't believe what happened. My parents are mad at me for it. I mean, I get it. My sister is my twin, and they love her. But I honestly think they were more upset with me than with her. It all started during lunch, when we were allowed to play basketball outside. My friends and I were having a good time, until we saw a boy crying on the grass. My friends and I went to check on him. He was so upset. He said a group of kids were being really mean to him because he was what they called preppy. It made me sad to see how upset he was. Apparently, they were teasing him for caring about how he looked, saying he was gay even though he wasn't. It was so obvious they were just picking on him. My friends and I tried to cheer him up. We found out he was into fashion and even took fashion classes at a college in our town. We thought that was really cool, even if we didn't know much about fashion ourselves. We were more into sports. After he calmed down, he agreed to play basketball with us, and we were amazed because he was really good. It's funny, though, he told us that he wasn't even into sports, but he just seemed to be naturally good. It made us want to play even harder. We were cheering him on, and we were happy that he was having fun with us. We told him to think about joining the high school team when he was older. Over the next few weeks, we hung out with him more and more. One day, he dropped his phone, and one of my friends picked it up. He saw an Instagram message pop up on his screen from someone being really mean. My friend knew I was a good guy and wouldn't have sent it, and he was right. It was my sister and some of her friends. They were being super mean to him. We all told him that what they did was totally wrong and we were going to tell a teacher. That day, my sister and all of her friends got called to the principal's office. It turns out they all got in trouble, but because my sister was the ringleader and was the meanest to the boy, she got the worst punishment. She got kicked out of school. When my parents found out what happened, they were upset with me. My mom and dad said I should have talked to my sister instead of telling a teacher. But I knew that wasn't the right thing to do. I've seen how mean my sister can be, and I knew that if I talked to her about it, she wouldn't stop. My grandpa was really supportive. He's seen a lot of stuff in his life and he knew that I did the right thing. He's seen his own friends get bullied, and he hates that my sister was being mean to that boy. He said I was brave for doing what I had to do, even though it meant my own sister was going to be mad. My sister is super mad at me. She hates me and calls me a snitch. She says that she was just showing the boy the real world, and that she didn't do anything wrong. When my parents tried to talk to my sister about how she was treating the boy, she basically blamed the victim. She told my parents that it's important to be real with people, even if you have to be mean about it. She was acting like my parents and I were the ones who were wrong. My parents were really disappointed, but they did make her watch some videos about why bullying is bad, and they checked all the things she was watching online. She really thought she was being right. My friends are super supportive and are always cheering me on because they know I did the right thing. I told them that I feel bad that she got in so much trouble, but I would never be able to look myself in the mirror if I hadn't said anything. It's been really tough for me. I have to live with the fact that my twin sister hates me. But at least my parents finally got a glimpse of what's been happening, and I think they realize that I did the right thing. Even though it's a stressful situation, I feel good knowing we helped that boy. I told you it wasn't over, right? Well, a couple of weeks later, my parents were cleaning my sister's room when they found a phone she had been hiding from them. My sister is so good at hiding things from them. Turns out, she had this secret phone that had all these apps on it for talking to her friends. But it wasn't just regular messages, it was all kinds of hateful stuff. My sister and her friends were sending messages that were really racist and really mean about people who are gay. It turns out the friend who was sending the homophobic messages with my sister got into trouble at school for being mean before too. My sister and her friends seemed to enjoy being mean. It seemed like they had fun making fun of people who were different. It was a secret society of nastiness, and I don't even know how many other people they were sending messages like that to. The messages on the phone showed that they were doing the same thing online as they were doing at school. It's like they were in a little group of bullies that they were proud of being part of. They didn't seem to care how much they were hurting other people. My parents were horrified and really upset with my sister. She really lied to them about what she was doing. They grounded her for weeks, but that's not all. They're trying to get a therapist to help my sister. They know that it's not going to be easy to get her to change her behavior and change how she thinks, but they want to try. I just hope they can get her to see that it's important to treat people the way you want to be treated. When my parents talked to my sister's friend about it, his parents just shrugged it off. I guess they think all their kids do is perfect, but I knew they would make a fuss if the roles were reversed. My sister and her friend don't seem to feel bad for doing what they did, and they seem to think they're actually really cool for being mean. I can't understand them. It's really weird to me because none of my friends are like that at all. All of us have always had each other's backs. We support each other. I even told my grandpa that he's like a second dad to all of us. My coach is really great, too. He's like a super cool role model who treats us all like we're family. I even learned to write and talk really well in his English class. I'm glad that he doesn't just think we're good basketball players. He knows we're all good people, too. He encourages us to think about more than just basketball. He tells us that's important for being a good person, too. Because of him, my friends and I decided we want to play on the school basketball team next year. I think our coach will be really proud of us when we make the team. We're going to start practicing early so we can be in shape. I know my friends will support me because they all knew what happened with my sister and that boy. We're a team. We always stick up for each other. I'm glad to be part of a group of friends like that. When I learned about my sister's messages on the phone, I was really upset. I thought that she had really turned into a bad person. But the boy helped is doing really well. He's super happy and he's doing great in his basketball lessons. It's even better, he said he's starting to enjoy playing basketball. More than he ever thought he would. That's what we were hoping for when we helped him. It's been a little rough, but I'm so glad that he's doing well. We even met his parents. They said that he's happy again and thanked us for speaking up about the bullying. They really wanted to express their gratitude. We didn't do anything crazy. We just thought what he was going through was wrong, and we wanted him to be happy. They even brought us signed basketballs as a thank you gift. His dad owns a local antique store with all kinds of really cool stuff in it. I got a signed basketball from Michael Jordan. It's pretty awesome. I can't believe the boy was bullied so badly that he lost his smile. My friends and I are all going to basketball camp together, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's kind of ironic that even though I helped him stand up to bullying, he's getting better at sports than I am. We'll see if he tries out for the team, but his trainer thinks he's really talented. It's great to see him blossom. I told my grandpa that my sister was sending really mean messages and he said we need to do more to stop bullies and racism. He's still trying to get my parents to understand that bullying isn't right and that we all need to stand up for people who are treated unfairly. He says that we need to make the world a better place. I wish my parents would listen to him more. He's always been so supportive. He was a big activist when he was younger. I think it's kind of cool that even though he's my grandpa, he's so in tune with what's going on now. So, it's been a pretty crazy few months, but I'm glad that we helped that boy. It's given me a lot to think about. I guess I have a lot to learn, but it's helped me understand that I don't want to let the bullies in my life win. Even if my sister can't see it right now, I'm going to keep trying to be a good person. It's the best thing I can do. I'm glad I learned that, even though it's been a tough time. I hope my sister learns that too, someday.